Hi again, everybody. I have a message here from Kelly, and this is one of those older messages. And here's the story. Hi, I stumbled across your videos on YouTube. As the daughter-in-law of a narcissistic mother-in-law, and I don't know what you would call the stepfather, useless enabler for a start. I would be really interested in a video with your thoughts on the dynamic for your current wife, since your ex was similar to them. How it has affected her in your relationship, on what about it made you go no contact after that phone call, as opposed to all the other things they have done to you. I find it interesting because my husband will always stand up for and defend me more adamantly than himself. My lovely in-laws have always turned any disagreement, fight, whatever with my husband into my fault, even if I was not involved at all. I guess that was easier than thinking their son developed a backbone against them and their abuse. We are no contact, and your comments about your daughter only confirms this is the right decision, as I will do anything to protect my toddler from them. They haven't seen her in over a year. She has no idea who they are, and I would keep it that way. Thanks for reading. I hope you will consider that as a topic, as I think there are a lot of children-in-law out there that get pulled in this sick dynamic, and since they were not conditioned by the abusive parents, blow things apart and become a target. Kelly. Well, thank you for your question, Kelly. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get to this. You know, it was a combination of things that finally led me to the no contact. I was in the process of going no contact when that phone call happened and the fight. And it was just that day I just saw them as what they were, just dangerous. And they would never stop. So really, I mean, that was the push. Now, the effect it's had on Charlene. Erin, when we were in New Jersey, she loved her. She loved Charlene. She has to call her mommy. But after we left and, the years of brainwashing, things change. And, Charlene has enough of her own issues with her own family where she didn't need mine. And she could stand up to my mother and I could stand up to her mother better than we can stand up to them ourselves. That's the way it always is in narcissistic abuse, though. You're actually advantaged because your husband is speaking up for you and went no contact with you. And a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of stories on here, where the husband kind of hangs in there because it's mommy and they got mommy issues. That doesn't seem to be your issue here. You got an advantage that your children don't know the grandparents, and I would keep it that way because that's only going to add confusion to them later, because they will use your children against you, to turn the children against you, turn your husband against you, so then they can maintain control. After going no contact in my relationship with Erin, it definitely suffered because she was up there with them and I was down here. And anybody who's watched my channel for any period of time, what happened last summer, and everything's much better now. I have a relationship. I talk to her basically whenever I want, and things have gotten much better. However, if I hadn't stayed no contact, that wouldn't be the case. I mean, it'd be a different set of misery altogether. I think if I was still trying to contact them in some way or still hanging in there, I would still be in the same situation. So I definitely lucked out. My no contact helped me because it was clear I wanted nothing to do with them, and they had finally gotten that through their head at that point. So when I caught them trying to basically steal the house from me, they knew I had them, and they knew they weren't really going to be able to manipulate me. Though my mother tried in gaslighting mother lying on phone. If you watch that video, you could hear what happened. The reason I was able to hold it together was because I was able to stay no contact for so long. keep them out of my head, and I was able to keep calm and make the right decision. And that's exactly what you need to do. You know, you need to continue moving forward. And, you know, this is 2 years old, so I'm sorry I'm only getting to this now. But if you're still no contact, you need to remain no contact, because bringing the narcissist back into your life after no contact is going to make things worse. They're going to be out for revenge, and they're going to be out to destroy anything and everything in their path. You know, that's just the reality of it, because that's how they operate. You know, I'm very happy that your husband stood by you. And that's key in all this. When you're in a united front, you're much easier, you're much harder to defeat. You're much, much harder to defeat. We've seen, you know, spouse after spouse, you know, sucking back up to mommy and daddy, and they can't cut the chain. Obviously, your husband knew there was a problem and recognized it. So you're way ahead of the deal. Your concern at this point, any feelings of guilt that either one of you may have, needs to be put aside, because these people will destroy your child. They will try to turn your children against you. They will try to damage your marriage. Once you're no contact, stay no contact, especially when there's children involved. So thank you for your question. Again, I'm sorry it took so long for me to get to it. I hope that helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any comments or opinions in the comment section below. And if you have a story you'd like on the channel, some audio, a topic you'd like me to cover, or you'd just like to contribute to the channel, you know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. I will have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.